My name's Gabe Menchaca. I'm a paralegal specialist at the United States Department of Justice. I'm in this weird situation where, because of the sequester, our staff got cut in half this summer because they graduated to go to law school, and we just couldn't replace them. So, a normal day might consist of me coming in. I typically get to my desk at 7:30. Come in, I kind of help to prepare a couple of different reports that just I do because I kind of pick them up along the way. But then, a brief might land on my desk, so that might be 35 pages of cite checking, and that involves line by line, checking every citation, in Westlaw, and going to the library and making sure everything's right. So I get paid. I'm a GS3 on the federal pay scale, so I get paid days off, sick days. I typically get paid hourly. So I'm kind of in limbo as to whether or not I'm going to see some of that money. We're kind of waiting to see if the Senate passes the back pay bill that the House passed. So for me, that's the difference between $600, $700, $800 for the week that I'm just kind of have to plan on not getting. So that's one part that's a little questionable on my end. Fortunately, unlike a lot of the people I work with, I don't have to rely on my salary to kind of pay my rent or pay for my kids to go to school. But that's certainly something people in my office are dealing with. Kind of mentally myself, it feels really weird not being able to go to work. Especially because I kind of at this point want to go to work. We're stretching into the second week, and I'm at this point where I really feel useless to society. Because I've been there for almost a year and a half now, and so that's during the summer every single day. During the school year, these days I work almost every day of the week, except for Thursday, and so I'm used to going in every single morning. I'm at my desk at 7:30. I'm plowing through work, I leave, I have class. And so I'm in this weird limbo where I'm, first of all, never really sure, when it's going to be over, so I can't leave town or anything. But I'm also in this position where I don't really know what to do with myself, because for the first time since I was a freshman in college, I don't have somewhere to go every single morning. Our staff, basically the way that we parsed it out, our staff assistant, who kind of can fill in a kind of a secretary and almost a paralegal mode, she has been in all week. I got a call from her earlier in the week letting me know that everything's okay, but that I shouldn't expect to come back anytime soon. So she is kind of holding down the fort, along with, I think, the paid paralegal is coming in kind of some days. But all the reports and stuff that I would normally take care of, that's all just completely not gotten done. And basically the only attorneys that are working right now are ones that have cases that have important filings, so briefs or arguments, either, the last couple weeks. So they're the only ones that are working right now, and they're only allowed to work if they go in to work on that, and then that's it. So, fortunately, the courts are kind of being understanding as far as my job is concerned, so we don't have anything that's gonna, hit the fan because of this. But I'm kind of anxiously awaiting a few hundred emails when I get back that I just have to kind of parse through. I'm thankful that I, don't have to rely on this money to pay rent. At this point, it isn't fun, to kind of be out that cash, but, I can absorb it. But, for the people that rely on their federal jobs, they're supposed to be secure. You're supposed to, if there's one employer not going out of business, it's Uncle Sam. But, when you're suddenly basically forced out of work, and, at least for us, we can't get other jobs because of the way, anything could be a conflict of interest. So, I can't go and get another job. They can't go and get another job right now, doing temp work even. So, we're all kind of just sitting around wondering, what we're going to do, and, how do you pay your bills? Kind of as an individual, I think that it's a little problematic that it's become kind of a political football. I don't really think that we should be playing with the salaries of federal employees, because this is really kind of what it boils down to. The people that are harmed by the shutdown, everyone's talking about the parks or whatever, but there are like 800,000 federal employees who just don't get to go to work. And there's important work that gets stopped. And so, because, even if we went back to work tomorrow, that's another week of catch up we all have to do, and everything's got to get up and running again. And so, I think it's problematic that, this is kind of a basic function of government. But on the flip side, I also do think that it's, really it's a separation of powers question. It's not really about, political parties. It's really about, the kind of founders were intentional about having the House of Representatives have the kind of purse strings. And so I kind of struggle with I think it's really not a good idea to do it. But on the other side, it's completely, constitutionally it makes sense. It's kind of working as designed in a lot of ways. So I kind of have very mixed feelings about it. I think, the federal employee in me really wants to go back to work because I'm kind of bored of sitting around at home and watching football. But, the kind of political theory student in me is like, well, it's theory in action.